Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter series of V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I had to construct this one, so hopefully we all appreciate it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my The Union Underground shirt. Which, if you're unfamiliar with the band The Union Underground, they were a band definitely sort of in that nu metal genre. They came out, I believe, either like the very late 90s or very early 2000s. They had a little bit of a run. Like, they weren't like a, go nowhere band. They were on some soundtracks and stuff. Eventually, one of their songs was actually featured pretty prominently in the WWE programming at the time. So, like, they were doing it. But unfortunately, there ended up being some issues with the record label and I don't know, it just kind of fell apart, and eventually the lead singer kind of, went and did his thing, and the rest of the band went and just kind of split off and did their own thing. But I really like these guys. I still really love their one album. It's called An Education Rebellion. So much so that a couple weeks ago, I went over there. I got to see these guys perform live. It's their first tour in 20 years, even though it was just the lead singer and then a bunch of fill-in players. But whatever, you take what you can get. Those videos are on my channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check that stuff out. Or if you're interested in Union Underground or any other music stuff, be more than happy to point you in a direction. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why does there have to be a fucking fire truck going by as I'm trying to do my filming? Well, folks, I headed out to IHOP because it turns out they have a new menu. It's boom! And I'm not going to do the whole thing with the ha for the thing, because I already got it. They, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they presently have a Sonic the Hedgehog menu going on. I don't know why. I don't think the movie is coming out anytime soon. But, as of such, these are their Sonic's Blue Blur Special, which features double the blueberries for double the speed, and it comes with a side of Sonic-style onion rings, what with the rings and such. And basically, yeah, it's like you got like whipped cream, you got blueberry pancakes with blueberries, and I even went for the blueberry extra syrup. But I'm gonna hold off on the extra syrup. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna try it as a thing. And it does beg mentioning, like I said, I had to construct this because obviously they're not gonna put it together for you in a to-go menu or to-go item. So let's get an onion ring that doesn't have syrup on it. Which, that was my choice. I wanted that for the visuals, so that's not on them. Let's try some onion rings real quick. Oh, some good onion rings. I know I've had IHOP's onion rings in the past, but they have good onion rings. Very crispy. Coating's really nice. The onion flavor. So I'm not a big onion guy, but onion rings, it works. You fry it up. When you fry up most things, it works pretty well. But they're nice, they're crispy, they're firm. They've got a nice onion ring flavor. Honestly, I think it's one of those things, I think they kind of downplay their onion rings. Like, these are genuinely pretty damn good. That one had a little syrup on it, but it's good. Onion rings are good. I mean, I'll be honest, the whole idea of this Sonic the Hedgehog pancake thing, it's a little lazy. They could have done a lot more with it, I think. But they're like, double blueberries. Fuck it. Sonic is blue, even though this is purple. But adding in the onion rings thing is kind of nice. I can get down with it. But let's actually try out the pancakes, because that really is what we're here for. I actually don't know the last time I had IHOP pancakes. It's been a while, like probably a couple years. I think they had like some Captain Crunch ones that they had out. I reviewed them. Go watch that review. Alright. Let's go ahead. Get a thing. I probably will end up adding more syrup on. But, yeah, you get like 4 pancakes, the whipped topping, the blueberry topping, all that good stuff. Pancakes! Tastes like blueberry pancakes from IHOP. I mean, the reality is that's all it is. I mean, the pancakes themselves are fine. They're, pretty light and fluffy. Plus, I have to give them a little bit of a grace period because, since I'm getting these to go, they're not made they're made fresh, but obviously, I'm picking them up when I can get there. They've been sitting for, at least a few minutes before I manage to get there. So I have to be, again, they're not going to be as sexy and attractive as maybe they normally would be. But yeah, IHOP has decent pancakes. I mean, that's their whole bag. I've never found their pancakes to be anything, crazy special or anything, but they're good. They're perfectly competent pancakes. Blueberry topping is nice. Got that nice syrupy fruitiness. And honestly, I'm gonna give a little bit more credit to the quality of the pancakes. Because when you get it without, like a big hit of the blueberry stuff and everything, you can kind of taste the pancake a little bit more. And that's a proper pancake. That's proper. I don't have any problem with their pancakes in that. That was tasty. The whipped topping with the berries is nice. Gives it like a berries and cream kind of deal. And, I mean, yeah, fundamentally, it's nothing all that crazy or interesting. Again, I do think they could have done more with it. But, for it being some blueberry pancakes with blueberry stuff and some cream, they're good. It's not throwing any surprises at you. It's tasty, it's filling. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I don't know how much the pancakes match up with the onion rings as a flavor combination, but at the same time, I'm not going to have a problem with it. So, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Kinda and kinda. Because here's the thing. Like, would I recommend blueberry pancakes from IHOP? Sure, they're blueberry pancakes. They're not as good as, like, you can get from, like, a proper, real, sit-down, like, family establishment kind of place. What was the one place? Millie's Pancake House. I've reviewed some stuff from them a couple times. And, like, that's it's a little bit more of an intimate setting and stuff like that. But their pancakes are perfectly fine. The blueberries are nice. I've had fresher tasting blueberries. These are definitely blueberries, with the syrup and stuff, but they work perfectly well. The syrup is tasty. It's good. There's nothing to dislike about it. But here's the thing where I kind of come in with the kind of. Because at the end of the day, they are trying to sell this as being, part of their special menu, the Sonic the Hedgehog menu. Do I think that this matches up with anything Sonic-y? No. And you say to yourself, well, Brandon, how do you know shit about Sonic? What the fuck do you know? You're just a guy. Boom, Sonic the Hedgehog shoes. Oh yeah, and that's not accounting for knuckle socks. I am by no means a Sonic the Hedgehog expert, but I did grow up in the heyday of Sonic, so I know a thing or two about everybody's favorite hedgehog, except for CPZ. CPZ is my favorite hedgehog, but it's because he's my hedgehog. But yeah, I mean, they're perfectly fine. That's the thing. There's really nothing crazy about them. Like, you could just get this order regardless of the Sonic thing, so, But, and if I'm recommending them, It's the same general thing. If you just want some blueberry pancakes with some blueberry syrup, sure. I'm sure they can make those for you whenever. And it'll be perfectly fine. They're IHOP pancakes. They're not going to be, again, the best pancakes you've ever had, but they're probably going to be put together well enough. And, it's a tasty overall meal. I will definitely enjoy the rest of this. But do I really think that it's, worthy of like a special item kind of thing on the menu? No. So, this is one of those things, I would almost say, I don't know if it would be cheaper once once the Sonic branding is off of it, or how that would go, but, I don't know. They're it's a mid. They're a little bit mid with the whole thing, but they're still good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly gotta go fast-tastic rest of your life. Because, hey, sometimes in life, gotta go fast. Very final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Hey folks, what are your personal feelings on Sonic the Hedgehog? Are you an old fucking person like me where you grew up with the original games? Did you come along a little bit later? Did you just not care at all? Were you Team Mario as far as that whole thing was concerned? Like I said, for myself, I grew up with the games, literally some of the first Sega Genesis games, Sega Mega Drive for people outside of America, that I ever got to play, were Sonic the Hedgehog. And I still personally, some people have kind of like retroactively tried to, cast shade on the Sonic games. They're like, they weren't really that good. Shut up. Just shut your stupid fucking face up. Typically, I'm more than happy to let people have their opinion on things. Hey, if you don't like it, that's fine. But don't come at it, oh, they were never really that good. Shut up. You weren't there, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But if you do have any stories regarding Sonic the Hedgehog or any of that stuff, hell, even old video game stuff in general, hit me up in the comments section. I genuinely love to hear about it. I'm fucking big old video game fan, so. Bye.